Hi guys and welcome back. I'm really excited about this. For some reason I managed to buy myself another car. I did look for a drone but it was out of stock, so I bought the car and it's cheaper. So it's the 10208 version 2. I've got a 5,000 milliamp battery with it. Not opened it yet, so let's get the coffee and let's get into it. Okay, so this thing's that big. This is slightly higher up than normal, and also the camera that I've got here is also higher up as well. So let's get this unboxed. If you're a kid watching this under 16, get your guardian to open it, because using a knife can be dangerous, or whatever you're using. I've color graded this with the answer. I've got your code, so have a look in the description for that. Wow, this is massive. I'm going to try not to ramble too much and go through this not as quick as possible, but quicker than I normally do. And I'm going to put descriptions of different things across the bottom just to make it a bit easier for myself. So as you can see, wow, this box is massive compared to the 1/6 scale and 1/4 scale that I've been used to. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So as you can see, this is going to be wicked. Yes, really happy. So I think everything's inside. So we'll start with, wow, oh my days. Right, so that's the battery. So, oh, I tell a lie, it's 5,200 milliamp. So as you can see there. So I'm going to get this on charge. I brought this from Serious RC because I was a bit unsure from getting it from AliExpress like I did the previous car. So I thought I'd play it safe for this one because I needed a battery with it as well. I'm still a bit unsure about batteries. So remember the manuals from the other car, keeping that safe because you never know. Might need it one day. This top speed of this is 50 mile an hour, I think, straight out the box. So we'll keep the box. Got one box. Oh, that's got all the gubbins in it. There's nothing else in there, empty, so that can go in the box. I like to keep my boxes. Right, in here I think there's some wheels, so let's get this off here. Yeah. It's got the remote in it, so it's got the remote. No wheels in this. Tell a lie. Just got the remote. Okay, so first glances, it's huge. So like I said, 1/10 scale. It's got the clip like the 16208, very similar sort of setup. I love that. So easy to get off. We'll get this off. This is my wheelie bar. Very familiar with wheelie bars. 14208, I think it is. I've just replaced the rear wing and so forth on that. So yeah, that's been an experience. I'm not going to lie. I think this has got a 35 kilogram servo, and it has. Look, there's 35 kilogram servo in there. That's massive. There's two fans on the motor. Now, the motor, I can't remember exactly. I'll put it here, but yeah, it's got some go in it. This has, it's just brilliant. It's solidly built. That's metal. I can see that's metal as well. So, fingers crossed, it's going to be a bit better for bashing, especially at the speed it's going to be going at. So. I can already see that that's slightly off, so we'll get that steering slightly off with that wheel. I don't know if you can see, but it curves in. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but we'll get that wheel out with whatever I've got in here. So exciting. Right, get the coffee. This is funny. It's like being a kid again. I've just done a full manual mode. Well, it will be about a couple of weeks when you watch this, but I've done a full acro manual mode of the Avata. I had an amazing time doing that. Go and watch that video, that's brilliant. Links in the description for that. So in here, got the various, I've got a hex screwdriver, extra thing for the wheels, got the screwdriver, the one that I love, and then some extra bits, and then some soft, whatever they are, but that's what I've got. Put that to one side. See what, I'm surprised I've not got no wheels. That is a bit of a surprise. Okay, so they look like steering arms. So they're steering arms, arm supports. These basically, these things here. And we've got a rear wheelie bar, which I think we're going to end up breaking. So hopefully not, but they'll be good to keep safe. We'll put that in the box. Keep everything together, keep it safe. Need to sort this out. I'm not happy with this. So in here we should have a relatively small, we have I'm gonna have to get a proper wrench around that, I think. Very tight. But what I'm going to try to do is, I don't know if you can see there, so these are your adjustable mounts here. This will make your wheels, they adjust them so they go in and out. So they should point inwards. So I'll do that in a second. I'm not going to be able to do it with that. It's not strong enough, I don't think. I'll be able to do it with that one. No, I'll get a spanner. I'll get a spanner around that. But yeah, super excited about this. Let's have a look at the battery. Various adapters for putting this battery on different cars. And adapters for these adapters here. That battery is heavy, and as you can see, it's huge. You know, I've not got the smallest hands in the world, but that's massive. 14.8 volts. It's got 50C, which is basically the power you can chuck out in one go, and that's going to fit in there nicely, and it does. We're going to sit it that way, I think. We'll put that back in the box. I'll charge that later on. Charge it at 5 amps. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long, about an hour I would have thought. And I've got to let it sit for half an hour before I use it. But let's get rid of that. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's I'm quite happy that the base the top is the same as the other car that sits in nice. They've got little I don't know if you can see there, let me show you there. So there you can see there's a little lip there and there's a little lip there. It's kind of the same design as the 16208. So the front will sit in there like so, and then you have to sit that in, but not. Can be, there we go. It can be a bit fiddly, but that is in. That's in perfectly, that is. That's not going anywhere. Guess what's going on the top of there? So yeah, we're going to get a GoPro on the top of there, I think. So we need to sort them wheels out. Right. Now we've got it out of the box. You can see what I've got. Let's have a look at the remote. This is a standard remote that I've seen out of all the RC cars. This is like the 4th remote I've got. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. So yeah, happy days. Right, I'm going to adjust the wheels. I'm going to get a spanner, fill my coffee up, and I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so I've done it now. Well, at least I think I have. I haven't put the wheel back on yet, but what I've done is I've loosened up that part there, made it a bit better so it's wider open. So I'm about to put the wheel on, so let's hope that I've got it right. So that's on. I'll put that on there. Then we'll tighten the wheel up. So fingers crossed I got it right. Nearly there. Right, that's tight on. Right, let's see if it's straight. Yeah, just about. We're about there. So that's good. I'm happy with that. Tiny bit of play. Right, so while we've got it on here, check all the other wheels. Make sure it's nice and tight. Of course, this thing is going to rip. It's the fastest one out of them all. It's the fastest and the monster of all the Hyper Goes. So, and that's straight on now. So I'm happy with that. So that's good. Let's get some more coffee. It's all right using these little tiny things, but in the end I went and got my trusty little toy that I like to use with my cars, and then I've got spanners as well, just to make it easier. I've noticed there's supports there, metal supports. This is the only car that I've seen this in. The diffs are massive in this, and the suspension arms as well, so this is going to be awesome. Right, so happy with that. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put a GoPro on the top of this. Now, I've done it to my other 3 cars, tell a lie, and I do want to get some nice footage of it. So, going to fill up the coffee. It's took me about half an hour to mess around doing that. We're going to fill the coffee up, and then we're going to get this out of the way, get the GoPro on the top, put it all together. Fingers crossed and go out and play. Okay, so I've got the mount, which is the flat end one. I don't know if you can see that there. It's flat, and it's got a sticker on it, and then it's got the lowest point that you can have the GoPro in one of these. I did have another one, but it made it too high, and it made it off easier, so sort of kept wanting to flip over all the time. So right, we'll stick the sticker on the bottom of there. Yay, we got there in the end. Right, I didn't bring my GoPro down, so I'm kind of hoping I've stuck that on the right way. So I'll put it in the middle like so, and then you can actually see the dark from the inside. So we're going to drill this. Again, this is how I'm doing it, not how to do it. So now it's got a bit of a guide on it. I can now drill it right through. So then I'm not drilling my finger out. Spending all my morning, afternoon at hospital. Right, so the screws are relatively small, but I'm also using a washer as well. So as you can see, the washer there. So it should be relatively easy to hold it in place. It's done it fine with other cars, so there's no reason why it shouldn't do it with this one. It just depends how hard it hits the floor, because I did break one the other day. What car? I can't remember what car. No, it's the 14208. Yeah, the floor was so much force, it actually snapped this. Screwed it in, and I've not held it in place properly. Right, we're in. Right, now we're going to screw another one on it. Just 2 is better than 1. It's pretty soft plastic to preserve. And then again, put the washer through, so it's like that, like so. And then put them on top of each other because they'll support each other, as in when you bash it, the GoPro. It's got more surface, so I'll show you in a second. As you can see there, let's just make sure you got a good close up there, there you go. And it's it's firm, it's not moving now. Right, I'm gonna clean this up and then I'm gonna get the car on, get this, and I'm gonna get the GoPro and I'm gonna have a look what it looks like before we go outside. Back in a second. Okay, so filled up my coffee again. Madness. I did forget to mention that this has got a digital ESC, which you can connect to it through Bluetooth, so that's going to be something we're going to play with. Right, let's put this on. Which I think is another cool addition. A bit more expensive, but it's pretty cool. Let's make sure that's in there. I even got that in right. It'd be a good idea to put it the right way around, wouldn't it? Right. Okay, that's in place. Let's put the GoPro on, make sure that sits nice. A bit tough now if it doesn't, but yeah, that sits nice. The wheels sit right now, so that's pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. We've had it running, so I guess the only thing to do now is go outside and give it a good try. So hope you enjoyed this so far. I'll see you outside. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. I've got quite a lot planned in the future with these cars. I've got a really cool thing I'm going to try out to see if it works, and there's a reason why I brought a white one, so it sticks out when I'm tracking it with the Mini 4. But hopefully that will go to plan and you'll see this at the end, so see you outside.